All right, welcome everybody here to the Century Sessions. Yeah, this is an early one here today, 3 o'clock here for some live music. I mean, you can't beat that though. We're usually from 7 to 8, but hey, there's special occasions that call for special kind of things to move around. So that's why we're here at 3, and we have Michael Charles in studio with us. Beside us, his bassist, Western D. They do have a third member of the band, the drummer, but he could not be here. But hey, I talked to Michael a couple days ago about playing at the Depot. He's going to be playing this evening at the Depot at 6 p.m. for their Thirsty Thursday series. And I was like, well, hey, man, I mean, we do this here as well. What do you think about trying to get this in if you're in a day before or day after? And he goes, well, I'm not. How about maybe I can do it the same day? And I said, why can't you do it the same day, Michael? So that's why we're here. So, Michael, thank you for being on here. I mean, I know you're probably getting tired of hearing it, but you're an Australian-born musician, so I think that makes it pretty unique to have you in here. But let's kind of just get to know you a little bit of a musician in general, because when we talked in the interview, I know not everyone that's listening to it now has heard that, but you said you always had a guitar in the living room because your dad was a player, and we were talking before that he was kind of a hobbyist type player. So kind of give us some more insight on what it was like growing up with music in the household, and then you took an interest to it at the same time.
Well, my dad, he loved music in general, and he just loved sitting down with his guitar and strum away. So I don't remember having any part of my life where I didn't handle the guitar somewhat. So, and I always said to my mother, was I actually born with a guitar in my hand or what, But anyway, and so watching him, so he would teach me all the basic chords, and he would have been a great professional musician, but he just didn't have the opportunities back then. And so I guess it all passed on to me. He supported me throughout my childhood, and just keep rock and rolling, man.
So did he play only in the house? Did you ever see him try to play somewhere? What the opportunities were there because there was only 15 people watching, or did he ever just one of those guys that in the house playing only?
Well, my dad, my mother would told me stories that before I was born, when they was dating or early days of their marriage, they would have back then. Life was different, everybody had parties and all kinds of things like that. So, and he was always the entertainment at all the family functions and parties in the area, and so he did play in front of people. But like I said, as a professional, no.
Yeah.
But he was very good at it.
In what city? Where did we grow up in?
I was born actually in a little town called Tatura in Australia, Victoria, but I was 1 year old when my dad and my mother picked up everything and moved to the big city. So I was raised in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay. Yeah. So was that what was the first one? I already.
A little town was in Victoria. It was like a farming town.
Kikatura? Is that what it was?
Tatura was called. Yeah, Tatura.
Was Melbourne the closest city to that one? They didn't go too far. Did they have to go a long ways?
It was probably, if I remember right, because we had relatives. We used to drive about a 3-hour drive from Melbourne.
Is it in or is it just up the coast?
It was in.
Oh, what is that like then? You have to explain a little bit that.
Not much different than what you see out here.
Sure. I guess, I suppose.
Not much different at all.
Instead of a pack of deer, it's a pack of kangaroo out there.
Yes, that too. Yeah,
for sure.
See these things jumping around and go, what the hell is this,
So what's the moment where you're thinking, because you're also saying before we started going live here that they were very supportive of your parents. So what was the moment where you were like, well, I think I could, this is what I want to try to do, like do, not just do like in the living room?
That's a good question, and with a very simple answer. I believe I was about 7 years old, and we were at a family function, and there was a band playing there, and my dad just kind of took me up there and said, play something to everybody. So that was my first time in front of an audience, and caught the bug instantaneously, and that was it. Never looked back. Been doing it ever since. I've never had any other job. I've been doing this my whole life.
Yeah. And so why? What was hooking you at that age? Not only the audience wanting to do it, but what are you listening to that's like, yes, I want to be like that guy as well?
I was always fascinated watching bands, either on television or like you go out to a party or family functions, and there'd always be a band playing. So it always fascinated me, and I would always say to myself, man, I wonder if I could ever do that one day. So that one day happened very easily and really young in my life, and I was 7 years old. So I just never looked back, and and you just kind of follow your life. Don't push it, just kind of go along with the flow.
Do you recall after that playing in front of your family or your first audience going to your dad going, I want to do that again, or making that a goal to have that happen again soon? Or is it just next opportunity came, you just took it?
I think it just kind of things just snowballed for me. I was actually playing real gigs by the age of 11, 12 years old, 13 years old. So I was out there playing with older guys. I would have been in their 30s and 40s, which to me were like old guys. I was just this little kid. So, but I learnt a lot because they were light years ahead of me. In my eye, everybody would pat me on the back and say, man, this young kid is way ahead of his time. But you don't see that yourself.
Right.
And I remember as time passed, I started getting a little egotistic because everybody was sort of praising me everywhere I'd go. And I'll never forget it. My dad kind of got me by the shoulder and pulled me aside and said, I'm going to tell you one thing. I know that everybody praises you and you're starting to get a little egotistic and you think you're all of that and more. And I kind of looked at my dad, when you're a young kid, and he goes, well, I'm just going to give you one little advice, and it's up to you what you do with it. And he said to me, always look behind you. There's always someone better.
Yeah.
And that just put me back in my place right away. And I live by that to this very day.
Sure. Someone's just as hungry as well. I'm interested. What's the next line of support? The parents are very supportive. And are there people, like, how are you able to get mini gigs? Is there another musician that's specifically like, come along with me a lot? Or is it a booker of sort that's like, hey, we got a young, really, what is the next level of being able to just play a lot?
I think I was 13 or 14 years old, and I actually had my own personal manager that started helping me out with things, which was, I thought it was just all normal. When I think back, it wasn't really normal because I was just so young, and I just kind of went with the flow, like I said. And thank God for my parents keeping me in level-headed would be a good way to put it, because you can get an ego very easily, and I think you can fall on your face very easily with a big ego. So I think every time those little signs would come out as a kid, I was knocked into place real quick. And now I'm really the opposite. I kind of get very shy, and I look at everybody. To me, they're all better than me in my eye. I just look at myself as somebody still trying to get it right, and while everyone else to me sounds a hell of a lot better. And I think that's because it was ingrained as a kid. Just do your thing, do the best you can, and enjoy others. And just learn from everybody else.
I think you'd benefit a lot from having the level-headed parents, because sometimes you'd think, just parents alone is enough to have you good support. But, man, they could lead you in the wrong direction for sure.
Well, you and I were talking off air how some parents or their children get a tough break, a horrible break in life because, they don't get a break. Because they're forced into the family business, or they're forced into
their parents' ideology.
Go to college, do this, do that, and I think the kid needs to be able to discover what he believes he's good at, and we all entitled to find what we're good at. I don't think an astronaut that goes out into space and walk on the moon was really told to do that. He chose that.
Doing this just because my dad said so.
You know what I'm saying? I think
stupid moon.
You choose your path, and and I think you should just stick to that path. Again, my dad was a big influence, and he said to me, just pick anything. It really doesn't matter, but just keep doing it. And even if you think it's not going to work out for you, stick with it, because as soon as you quit on it, you have to find something new to start from scratch again.
Yeah.
And that kind of stayed with me too. So this has been my best friend.
Yeah, well, let's get the best friend involved then. I say let's go ahead and try to play a song. Let's let Western D get involved as well.
Yeah,
What are you guys going to play first here, Michael?
I'll play a nice kind of, we'll keep it low key a little bit. It's only the two of us, so we'll do a song. Let's do Long and Dusty Highway. Seeming we just drove in from Chicago.
Yeah,
and
I
we've been
came
on
from
that
Chicago.
Long and
I was
Dusty
going
Highway.
to bring that up, so we'll talk about that afterwards. This is perfect then. So take it away there, Michael.
So let's play a song for you. Came a long way from home to be with you, not on a telephone. Sold my car, lost my job. I know that we will never be apart. Haven't slept for a night or two. Couldn't get my mind off of you. But now I'm here and I'm here to stay. I know that I will never go away. It's such a long and dusty highway. And now I'm gonna be with you every day. Play me that bass, D. Haven't slept for a night or two. Couldn't get my mind off of you. And now I'm here and I'm here to stay. I know that I will never go away. It's such a long and dusty highway. But now I'm gonna be with you every day. Long and dusty highway.
Yeah, there it is. Michael Charles, Western D. There's the first one on their Century Sessions here. Impromptu Century Sessions for everybody out there. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock today because Michael was kind enough to join in, even though he's going to be playing in a couple hours here at the Depot Deli. And he mentioned before we started playing that song that they were in Chicago last night. So what is this kind of current run like here, Michael? Chicago to Shenandoah last night, and we're going to Missouri tomorrow, which is a little bit easier of a trip. But talk about what is the last couple week, 2 weeks been right on that run?
Oh man, we just I if I had to tell you exactly where we've been, I couldn't tell you.
Sure.
So it's basically,
It was impressive that Western D was able to go Missouri tomorrow. He knew it right away.
Well, he sits there shotgun with he's got the whole thing in front of him, so I'll look at him and go, where are we going next? And that's how it's done. So he probably knows the dates better than me.
Good on you for not saying, where are we? Not saying, where are we right now?
We do that too.
It does. I always think of that commercial that we used to play back in the day when there was like, thank you, Cleveland. And then we're in Pittsburgh. Like, that sounds like a nightmare. So what is like on the, just life in general going at that kind of pace? I mean, is it on the weekends? You're playing on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, or is there days off usually? What is that kind of like? And then Western D, feel free to take that mic up there and contribute as well. Pull it up by you there.
It really depends on what's going on. Sometimes we're playing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So just whatever comes.
Yeah, like we're off to Canada soon and in a few weeks. And we pretty much go there for a good month and we play every night and just about in a different city. So you're moving and that's where you really say, where the hell are we?
Sure. So what's it like for you, Western D? How long have you been playing here with Michael?
Oh, I've been with Michael since 2022. I actually started out my journey as a roadie with him, and then worked my way up to being with him.
That's hilarious. So were you playing bass or anything before that?
No.
You should tell him the story.
That's it. Let's hear it.
Tell him the story, what happened.
Yeah, so actually one day we're on the road somewhere, as we are, and I was tuning up one of his guitars, getting it ready for the show, and I was actually just fiddling around, and I was actually messing around with one of his songs, and he overheard it, and he came over, and he was like, what were you doing? And I'm like, oh, sorry, man, I was just tuning up, playing one of his tunes. And he was like, no, you know what? You're fired. And I was like, what? No, please, man, I need this. But then he was like, great. I'm going to rehire you as a musician.
That's awesome. Right there, just from hearing a little ditty.
Right there, he was just so good, and he was just my road guy. He was, he'd tune up my guitars, he'd set up all my equipment, and hand me the next guitar that I needed on my set. And I knew he dabbled a little bit, but I had no idea on how good he sounded, and he was way ahead of his time too. So when I hear things like that, they need a break, man. They need to be.
That's awesome.
So I took him under my wing, and no regrets. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. So how old were you when that was going on? Because you don't look very old right now.
I was 21 at the time.
21 at the time. Wow, that's so fantastic. What a fun story for that to happen for you. So, I mean, not to bring up the sore subject, but there was a bassist at that time. What happened? Did you just have to move over?
Yeah, he had to move over.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. Do not hire the roadie you had today come in. He'll be terrible.
But like we always say, timing is everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And there was a little bit of friction with that dude, so...
an easy move.
The timing, it was an easy move. The timing was perfect, and he took it on, with an amazing attitude, and here we are.
So Western D, is that the lifestyle was already kind of there because you're already having to be at the dates?
Pretty much, yeah. It was just plug and play there with.
Is it
all that.
More strenuous?
I guess you could say that.
Yes and no. Okay, yes and no.
You're used to it now.
Yeah.
So how about when it comes to this, the songwriting process? What's that kind of like for you? When did that start becoming the priority? Is that when you were 13, 14 trying to write your own stuff, or is that time you playing all call and hey stuff?
Well, Dusty, I started writing songs again so young. I'm guessing I would have probably been 11, 12 years old, just fiddling. I always had this fascination of putting my own chords together and making them sound good. I was more interested in that than learning somebody else's song.
Sure.
So I guess that was in me too. So I just kind of been writing songs my whole life, and it's just a natural progression. And I think it's a good progression because the world always needs new songs.
And thinking of the kids' time of freedom to really explore that guitar, then I bet you could just almost make it so completely unique than other people that would just learn basic chords and how you're supposed to play it and stuff like that, other than being able to have the youth mind just grasp around it,
Yeah, I think so. And the songwriting to me was always, and I tell this to everybody, I think, I always put myself as a songwriter first. Everybody that follows me musically, they know me as, MC, the guitar player, which is, it's a nice feeling. But I always put myself as a songwriter first. And I think the songwriting has helped me become a better player, because it makes me put the two things together.
One has to catch up to the other.
One
almost.
has to I'm going to use that.
There you
one
go.
has to catch up to the other. That's perfectly said.
Yeah. And so how about like when it comes to, fiddling around with it and what age are you able to really say that, I guess you're trying to be legit at that young age? Are you feeling it right away, or what time are you able to be completely confident with what you've been coming forward? You know what I mean?
I think I'm waiting for the day to become fully confident.
Fair enough. Good one.
Okay,
Yeah.
because every time I do come up with a new idea and I record it, when it's time to be put on a new record or released as a single, whatever way you decide to get this thing out, you kind of duck a little bit, waiting to see what the response is. Is it going to work? Are people going to just ignore it? Are they going to like it? And these days, I think it's more important than back in the day, because you're fighting with AI.
Of course.
Right, you're fighting with, when I was talking about when I was a kid, going to see a live act was an amazing thing to go out and do. That you wouldn't see an empty venue,
right?
But now, I think the attitude has changed a lot. A lot of people, I'm not going. I'm going to watch it on YouTube. Not realizing that if you don't go and see these people, there'll be nothing on YouTube eventually.
Right. It's also just not the same at all.
I think through the years, when you're doing something for so long, the bigger advantage you have is you see all the changes. Even in the recording studio, I remember, in the early days, we used to put a microphone in a hallway to create a nice reverb on a guitar tone or something. Now it's in a chip.
Right.
You just push a button.
There.
You've got it all in front of you there, so you know what I'm talking about.
Up and down with a turn of her fingertip.
Yeah. Bring them to the left, bring them to the right. So I've seen the industry change so much, and which is a great thing, because you can bring the two worlds together and create something special.
Of course. I say let's go ahead and do one more song before we take our first commercial break. So let's do this numero 2. What do we got here for second one?
Let's play something a bit more upbeat. Let's do Most Times We Got It, okay?
Cool.
Ain't got no money, ain't got no time, ain't got nobody to drop me a line. Smoke too many cigarettes and I love my wine. I had your love, but I left it behind. Everybody thinking everybody's got a road to go. Most times you got it. All you need is to know. You're being crazy. You're being bad. Not knowing what to do. Feeling so sad. A long time running. I can't run no more. You see I've fallen. I won't fall anymore. Everybody thinking. Everybody's got a road to go. Most times you got it. All you need is to know. One, two, three, four. Everybody thinking. Everybody's got a road to go. Most times you got it. All you need is to know. Ain't got no money. Ain't got no time. Ain't got nobody to drop me a line. I smoke too many cigarettes and I love my wine. I had your love, but I left it behind. Most times you got it. All you need is to know. Oh yeah. Bring it on home.
Yes, there it is. Michael Charles on the Century Sessions here for the live music here on KMA. We'll go ahead and take our first commercial break here. Be back right after this to bring you more live music here with Michael Charles.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Legit Music on Broadway in downtown Council Bluffs is proud to present the Century Sessions here on KMA. Legit Music loves supporting local music and local artists across Southwest Iowa and beyond. Whether you're a beginner picking up your first instrument or a seasoned musician searching for that perfect sound, Legit Music strives to provide the best service around and offers the area's largest selection of high-end guitars. Stop in and see why musicians trust Legit Music in Council Bluffs, proud partner of the Century Sessions here on KMA. Are you looking for the perfect place for the perfect hang? Head to Matt's Attic on Highway 59 on the south side of Shenandoah. From wall-to-wall sports and music decor, this versatile venue loves hosting live music, karaoke nights, and even private parties. Matt's Attic is your home for a great time, cold drinks, and unforgettable fun, open Thursday through Sunday. And they are proud sponsors of the Century Sessions, helping bring live music to KMA land all year long. Make your next night out one to remember at Matt's Attic in Shenandoah. And welcome back here to the Century Sessions live music here on KMA. We'll be here from 3 to 4 sharp. We have Michael Charles in studio. Why are we doing it at 3? Well, that's because Michael's going to be playing later tonight at the Depot Deli here in downtown Shenandoah. It's starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Is that right, Michael? Is there going to be a warm-up act before it all, or is it just you guys kicking things off?
Just get up there and do our thing.
You and Western D, and what was, I don't know if we ever did say the drummer's name. What did we say?
My drummer's name is David Hart. He's one of the best in the business, man. He's been with me for 20 years.
Oh, there we go. So no roadies are coming in to swipe under his job anytime soon. Especially because he's there. He's playing security now for all your guys' equipment. So thank you very much, Mr. David. So when we talked in that interview earlier this week that we were playing to promote the Depot one, you kind of talked about your guitar influences, and you talked about how people know you as MC, Michael Charles, the guitar player, Santana, and who was the other one you said possibly that were the two kind of influences? Do you remember who you said?
Oh, man, there's so many.
Because I'm really hearing a lot of Santana, and that's almost why the other one's not sticking out to me.
Santana was a big influence to me. Eric Clapton was another one in my earlier days. And as time progressed and I got into people like Jeff Beck, I mean, Jeff Beck's
that's who you said. Yeah,
just an amazing one-of player, basically. He just changed the guitar.
Yeah. I mean, talk about some of those guys and how everyone wants to say I don't use what they do, but what is sort of the things that you kind of took from it that helped you shape the way the style it is? Like, what is it? I mean, there's something that other people don't do exactly that you're avoiding. Kind of the same thing.
For me, it's always been more of actually I personally avoid trying to even attempt doing what people have influenced me to do. I avoid that because I've always had this attitude, I want to be able to influence others myself, and the only way you can do that is by coming up with something new, your own sound, and you don't sound like anyone else. So that was something I've always strived for. Whether I've achieved that, I don't know, but that's what I was striving to do.
Sure. It's just the fact of knowing that you like what they're doing. When you're like, boom, I like that, and you start playing something like, oop, I like that as well. So that's just kind of this they're the Venn diagram just because they're both good.
I get influenced by these people not because I want to be like them or sound like them. I get influenced by them because they're so good.
Sure.
And I go, man, if they can come up with that, let's see what I can come up with. Yeah. And that's the influence for me.
People that listen to this often are going to get annoyed when I say this so often, but just a couple ago, Stephen Monroe told us, I think this is before we hit record, but I said it during it to him. He had this saying of everyone else is taken, so you might as well be yourself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Right. So, I mean, it is just so perfect for that kind of a mindset to take a look at it. I would say let's go ahead and play another one now that we're back from the break. And I think I like that coverage of the answer for sure. So let's hear some more of Michael Charles style music here because we get the third one going.
Okay, let's do a bit of Work So Hard because we've been talking about how hard it is to be in this business. So let's do the song called Work So Hard.
I love it. That's nice segue. Take it away.
1, 2, 3, 4. Started out in my hometown, lived alone with no one around. A single room with a single bed, with one blanket, no pillow for my head. I found a job with little pay, and I made some friends who live the same way. Nowhere to run when you need a friend. No one there, no one anywhere. Work so hard, work so hard. I don't know anymore. I feel I don't exist. Maybe I won't exist anymore. My life has been one hell of a job, from place to place like a homeless dog. Made enough money to pay the rent, a little more for a loaf of bread. Work so hard, work so hard. I don't know anymore. I feel I don't exist. Maybe I won't exist anymore. Started out in my hometown, lived alone with no one around. A single room with a single bed, with one blanket, no pillow for my head. I found a job with little pay, and I made some friends who live the same way. Nowhere to run when you need a friend. No one there, no one anywhere. Work so hard, work so hard. I don't know anymore. I feel I don't exist. Maybe I won't exist anymore.
Yeah, there it is. Michael Charles, Western D in the studio, Century Sessions. You guys are listening here, simulcast on the AM and the FM here for KMA. We're also video streaming live on our YouTube page, on our website, also on Facebook. Thank you guys for listening. Michael, Western D, thank you for being in studio. Tell us a little bit about that last song. I mean, that was interesting lyrics there. I'd like to just kind of hear some of the, not straight up influence, but just tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, actually, this particular song is kind of a semi-true story, I would say, because I did start out like that when I came to the United States. You know, when I first came out to the United States, I came on the red carpet because I was invited out by the legendary Mr. Buddy Guy and his management. So here I am in Chicago, like I said, on the red carpet. But once that stint was over, I went back to Australia, and I thought, I just felt like it was unfinished business. It's just like there's more to do in the United States.
And what age was that?
Oh, I was my late 20s, I guess.
Okay.
And
And how long was that stint?
And that stint with Buddy, when he first brought me out, it was actually 2 weeks.
Oh, real quick.
Real quick. It was 2 weeks, but a full 2 weeks. It felt like 2 years, basically.
Sure. Of learning, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, and just overwhelmed with stuff too. And so when I got back to Australia, I thought, I've got unfinished business. I pretty much turned around, bought another ticket and came right back. But the red carpet wasn't there. So, started out in my hometown, ended up with nothing.
Where'd you go?
Chicago.
Okay.
And, that was where it all started for me. So and I've kind of fell in love with Chicago, and I still love Chicago. So I was there on my own, basically. So I don't like people knowing that I'm struggling or anything like that. So I would be hanging out at Buddy's club and going to all the other clubs and doing the best I can, socialising with them, like everything was fine. But it wasn't. I had nowhere to lay my head. I had nowhere to live. So it was tough times, but somehow got through it, and that's what that song's all about. That's where that song came from.
I mean, so it's semi-true is even like a light way to put it, I would say. It's semi-impactful, all that good stuff. So how was Chicago where you stayed the longest, or is it still?
Oh, yeah, it became home real quick, and it's still my home. That's where I live, in Chicago.
That's been their only place ever since, and then other than just touring around, obviously, all the time?
Obviously touring around, and I did go to Nashville. I think I was there for about 18 months, just to try something different. Mm-hmm. But came running back to Chicago. You just can't. Chicago's just such a great city.
Sure.
And I think I got a soft spot for it too, because that's where it all started.
I can understand that for sure.
In my second part of my musical journey.
Sure, sure. And so Western D, is that where you're from as well? Is Chicago the home area?
That's right, Chicago.
What part of Chicago?
A little bit up towards the suburbs area, but still nearby.
Okay. And so how often are we shipping?
But you were born in Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. How often are we shipping out then? Like, so this weekend, start off Thursday, you'll be gone, and then you circle back to go to Chicago, or are we taking a couple circles for a couple weeks?
No, this one's only, we'll be back in Chicago by Monday. So, and I'm actually working on a couple of new albums. One's a studio album, one's a live album. So when you're working on that as well, you do what you got to do, then you rush back to the studio, get that done, then you got to go out again, and you're doing a lot of that for a while. And because we're going to Canada soon for a month, I've got to kind of cram in all that work in the studio. And then when we get back for a short while, then we're off to Australia for another month. So I'm really cramming a lot in, and but you got to love what you do, and it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like something you love doing.
No, but it does. Once again, impressive that you're able to even rattle off that much of that's going to be the next thing, because it seems it's just moving parts all the time.
Yeah,
how long, where, when, what you're doing. What you're doing is probably the most consistent thing, I'd say, probably, in playing the music. I would say let's play one more song before our last commercial break here, and then we'll you can get to know you guys even more. But let's do one more. Let's do the fourth one here.
Yeah, sure. Let's play him some. It's one of my songs, but it's a traditional blues song, a Chicago feel to it.
Sure.
So
let's hear it. Take it away, Michael. Western D, go for it.
Giving my heart away for a brighter day. Since you left me, honey, you know I started a brand new life. Thought you were the one for me, but all you brought was pain and misery. But now I found myself a brand new pole to lean on. Don't feel the hurt as much anymore. Thought you could hang on to me, but I hope you've learned your lesson and you'll let me be. But I'll still hang on to love as long as I can breathe. Oh yeah. Giving my heart away for a brighter day. Since you left me, honey, you know I started a brand new life. Thought you were the one for me, but all you brought was pain and misery. Giving my heart away for a brighter day. Since you left me, honey, you know I started a brand new life. Thought you were the one for me, but all you brought was pain and misery. But now I found myself a brand new pole to lean on. Don't feel the hurts much anymore. Thought you could hang on to me, but I hope you've learned your lesson and you'll let me be. But I'll still hang on to love as long as I can breathe.
Yeah, wow, man. Michael Charles there on the Century Sessions. We'll have to go ahead and take our last commercial break. We'll be back with more. We should play just complete music after this, but we'll be back real quick to bring you the rest of the Century Sessions here with Michael Charles.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Legit Music on Broadway in downtown Council Bluffs is proud to present the Century Sessions here on KMA. Legit Music loves supporting local music and local artists across Southwest Iowa and beyond. Whether you're a beginner picking up your first instrument or a seasoned musician searching for that perfect sound, Legit Music strives to provide the best service around and offers the area's largest selection of high-end guitars. Stop in and see why musicians trust Legit Music in Council Bluffs, proud partner of the Century Sessions here on KMA. Are you looking for the perfect place for the perfect hang? Head to Matt's Attic on Highway 59 on the south side of Shenandoah. From wall-to-wall sports and music decor, this versatile venue loves hosting live music, karaoke nights, and even private parties. Matt's Attic is your home for a great time, cold drinks, and unforgettable fun, open Thursday through Sunday. And they are proud sponsors of the Century Sessions, helping bring live music to KMA land all year long. Make your next night out one to remember at Matt's Attic in Shenandoah. All right, welcome back here to Century Sessions. Thank you for the Depot, Matt's Attic, Legit Music for sponsoring this live music here on KMA. Dusty Skahill here. Michael Charles, Western D in studio with me. We're going to try to get one more song in. We want to hear from them as well because we're all about getting the artist spotlight of it all. So, Western D, I want to start with you. How much better have you gotten in these last, it's now about 4 years now? How much personally do you think you've grown there as a musician? As I'm watching you, and you're a very talented guy there playing.
Oh, thank you, Dusty. I mean, hanging around with Michael, it's just, you absorb it all. You know, me being at a young age and just learning as much as I can.
Not the exact words by any means, but what are just some things that he has told you about, just playing in general and maybe creating your own sound to go with his, or are you kind of trying to mirror what has already been played?
I mean, yeah, I guess a little bit of mirroring has been happening, but
a bit of everything.
A bit of everything.
Because you already knew, and that's kind of what got you the job, was knowing how to do the mirroring of it. So that's a little bit. So yeah, he does get to add a little bit of flavor to it, I guess, sometimes.
Well, he actually, because I've got so many recordings and so many releases out there, of course he tries to keep true to the song.
Sure.
Okay. But I keep telling him, just give it what you've got from your own personal feeling as well. So with a bit of what's true to the song and then a little bit of what he's feeling from the song while he's developing his own style, which he has developed his own style.
It's pretty awesome that obviously you're paying it forward of being a young artist that got took under your wing. Those older guys that were playing the same place as you that you thought were leaps and bounds ahead of you were kind of helping you out. Same thing, helping pave the pathway here.
I can't believe that it's that I always used to be the young kid around.
Sure.
Now I'm the old guy, man.
Bish bang boom is just like that, Michael. So you said you have a lot of studio ones out there, and you're saying you're going to be in the studios soon. Where can people find a lot of your music, or what do you want to promote here in general, just to let us on one of those notes?
The best place, any information on me, is go to michaelcharles.us, which is my website. And on the website itself, there's a store, and it's got all the links you want to go to. So if you go to michaelcharles.us, whatever your favourite place to shop or look at music or watch at YouTube, whatever, you're going to get all the links where you'll find me.
Fantastic. You'll find it there. You'll find them tonight at the Depot Deli in downtown Shenandoah. Head down there at 6 o'clock. Thirsty Thursdays are going to continue to go on. There's going to be just a couple more left here as we're getting towards the only so many warm Thursdays left down there for Bill Hillman. But go check him out there tonight. Michael Charles will be down there playing live music all night. We'll get one more piece of live music out of him here right now. So, Michael, let's go ahead and do the last one here. What are you going to end it on? You guys were trying to discuss during that commercial break what it's going to be. What'd you land on?
Well, we didn't really come up with anything. So let's do what most people, probably there's people that are listening to this that'll probably recognize the song, which is simply titled MC Shuffle.
MC Shuffle, let's take it away for the last one here on Century Sessions. Michael, take it away.
cruising down the highway. I'm looking for some place to stay. Car's about to overheat, and I need something to eat. I played the blues in a rock and roll band, but the people, they don't understand. I got my guitar in the backseat, and I don't care if I overheat, singing the MC Shuffle with a guitar in my hand. The MC Shuffle, a guitar in my hand. Found myself a country town where there's not many people around. I sold my car, I don't need much money. It's kinda slow here to get around. All you see is a memory staring at you up that main street. So all I do, play this old guitar. I don't care if I don't get too far. I'm singing the MC Shuffle with a guitar in my hand. The MC Shuffle, a guitar in my hand. Oh yeah. Found myself a country town where there's not many people around. I sold my car, I don't need much money. It's kinda slow here to get around. All you see is a memory staring at you up that main street. So all I do, play this guitar. I don't care if I don't get too far. I'm singing the MC Shuffle with a guitar in my hand. The MC Shuffle, a guitar in my hand. Singing the MC Shuffle with a guitar in my hand. The MC Shuffle, a guitar in my hand.
I'm Lindsay Davis, anchor of Prime, streaming weeknights on NBC News Live. The latest news cycle seems to be spooking investors.
right, Century Sessions here with Michael Charles. Thank you for listening, everybody. We'll be back here later with Stephen Taylor on August 24th. Thank you guys for coming in here.